Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm recording Rissa and you are watching my chicken Caesar salad wrap and chicken noodle soup mukbang. We're just gonna jump right into it. I have them right to the side over here. But before we do that, I just hope you could give me a thumbs up and maybe even a subscribe and we can get this started. So first up, we've got this chicken noodle soup. And I think in one of my videos, it's pretty good. It's not as salty as I think it should be, but it's got like crunchy celery in it. Very light on the chicken part though. I don't know if you guys can see this. Not super chickeny, but the broth is good and the noodles are pretty tasty too. But in another video I made, I talked about the pros and cons of living in Baltimore. For this video, I want to talk about the pros and cons of living in Boston. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop eating this soup and show you guys my chicken Caesar salad wrap. And because the soup is going to make me too full to eat the wrap. It's a huge wrap. And I'm going to tell you the pros of living in Boston and also the cons, okay? All right, so let me drink some water. My lashes make my eyes so red. All right, here we go, y'all. I'm opening it up. It's got a tomato, wrap? So that's why it's red. I'm really excited to try this. Okay, let's take a look at it. Up close and personal. The size one. I'll take the other half out, but this is just half of it. Like for reference. Okay. We're just gonna get straight into this. And I'm gonna take my bite and tell you the first pro about living in Boston. Tasty. I don't know if you can hear the lettuce crunching, but it's so good. And then the chicken is moist, which is really nice. Let me give it another bite. Tasty. All right. I love how seasoned the chicken is too. And the wrap itself is just perfectly moist. It does kind of stick to my teeth a bit. But besides that, no complaints. I really like it. And the Caesar dressing isn't overwhelming. See what I mean about the wrap sticking to my teeth? So yeah, -1 point for that. But there's a little kick in it. So the first pro of living in Boston is that it's a pretty hip city. It's on the East Coast. And so whatever trends are going on around the world, you can expect to see them reflected in Boston. Because it's a pretty big college town and a lot of young people live there. So like anytime any new startup is doing anything, they always like to use Boston as a test city, which is really fun because then you get to experience things before a lot of people do. Mm. I need a napkin. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how delightful this is. You see that? But yeah, things like, I don't know, just think of any startup or any new stores. Boston is definitely gonna have it. Great shopping too. There's a bunch of different price points and shopping options. A lot of really trendy thrift stores with good thrift finds. I love that about Boston. I find it hard. Yeah, I haven't lived in a city besides Boston that has like as many thrift stores with really cool like vintage things per like square footage in the city. And I think it's just because there's a lot of students there and a lot of people live there part-time, like during the school year. So there's a big influx at a certain point in the year of just like clothes that things are donated or left out on the street. There's this thing called Alston Christmas. Oh, look at this. Oh my god. Minus 2 points. Oh my god. Okay. Gotta get it all out. It's impossible to talk with it in my mouth. But there's this thing called Alston Christmas. And basically, it is when people move out at the end of the school year and they throw all their good stuff out onto the curb. And if you're like a scavenger / a thrifter, you definitely find some good stuff. You have to be pretty cautious, you know. But again, there's great thrift stores and shopping in general. There's also great upscale stores as well. You can find pretty much anything at any price point, which is nice. All right, back to this. I just think about like taking the time to savor every bite, and like that's just so important to me. That's why I go so quiet, you know, because I'm really just enjoying every single bite. But let me tell you what a con about living in Boston is. It is so how do I say, divided. Like there aren't a lot of people that there's not a lot of diversity in different communities. I think the different populations keep to themselves, which isn't great. And I think there's some neighborhoods in Boston that do a pretty good job of like having people integrated, but there are definitely some neighborhoods that are not. And I think, you know, there's some wealth inequality in Boston as well, which is, you know, the job market there is really good though. And so if you want to go to school there or try to get a job there, it's definitely doable. Obviously, the cold. It gets so cold. And that's because there's a wild, wild wind chill. It's right on the Charles River. And there's a beach that's on the Atlantic. And both those things contribute to how windy it is in the city. So don't forget, like, it might be like negative 10 degrees, but that wind chill will make it feel like negative 20. So I keep getting distracted. I think there's a fire in my neighborhood and there's a bunch of ambulances and sirens going around. It's very odd. But back to Boston. I'm almost finished with my first half. And I'm not sure. I'm going to try to eat some of the second half. But I'm not sure how much of it I can eat. I'm getting pretty full. There's a little bit of crouton in here. Here's the other half. And I got this from, anyways, another ambulance just came by, so I had to pause the video, because it was just getting too loud in the background. So I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I have this other half. Oh my gosh, the croutons in that last bite, though, were so good. All right, here we go. It's so good. Look at it. Look at it. Hey. I'm gonna eat you. All right, let's do this. Dropped some lettuce, but I'll live. Another con about living in Boston is Green Line. And you won't get it until you live in Boston. But if you live on the Green Line, it is one of the slowest train lines in the world. And I think they're upgrading it now. But, oh my goodness. And then also Boston College. I went to BU, so I just have to say that. Boston College isn't in Boston proper. Just saying. It's in Chestnut Hill, which is technically different. But whatever. I guess they would argue that they're close enough. And I'll just say that Boston College people are pretty fun. I'm not going to say anything bad about them, but there is that rivalry. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have to do a teeth check. This is so messy. I love this, but you have to eat it in one sitting, because if you leave it overnight, the lettuce leaves get really soggy, and that's no bueno. All right, I think I'm about done. I don't think I can eat anymore. I'm gonna take a little break. Yummy. That was so good. All right. I wasn't able to finish this, but I did try. It was really good. It was literally like one of the tastiest things I've had. I love a good chicken Caesar salad wrap. This one was from a place called Atman's Deli in Baltimore. It's pretty famous. It's known for being a good deli. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I need to take a nap. I'm gonna go to sleep. I just wanted to show off the little moon on my dress. It's pretty cute. Anyways, I'm gonna take a nap. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. I love you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.